I was born into a wealthy and powerful family. However, my girlfriend insisted on becoming my wife through thick and thin. She was determined that I build my career from scratch. Unexpectedly, as my business began to thrive, her flaws became more and more apparent. She lost her temper with me at the drop of a hat, always threatening to break up. Later on, after yet another Cold War, with Willow, I was just about to type a heartfelt message to make peace when a bizarre row of floating comments suddenly flashed before my eyes. Here we go again. The female lead got talked into another. Cold War by her BFF, how dumb. She walked out from under her friend's umbrella only to realize it wasn't even raining. I'm dying. Keep playing games, girl. If she really dumps the male lead, her friend's gonna snag his love token the very next second. I froze. Half skeptical, I sent a text that simply said, "Happy breakup." But the next second, my status exploded with likes from her circle of friends. Chapter 1. Willow and I had another fight. This time she accused me of being too controlling. She snapped, "What's the big deal about grabbing a few drinks with my girlfriends at a bar? It's all girls. Why are you being so uptight? You're seriously getting on my nerves." Willow's tone was extremely impatient. It was already 11:30 p.m. I said, "It's really late. I'm just worried it's not safe out there. And your stomach's been acting up. You really shouldn't drink much." But clearly Willow didn't care. I could vaguely hear her friends grumbling on the other end of the line. "Willow, your boyfriend's got a real chokehold on you, huh? Treating you like he owns you, forget it. Maybe you should just leave. No backbone at all. One day that jerk's gonna drain you dry." Those mocking comments embarrassed Willow. In a fit of rage, she hung up on me. When I called back, she immediately declined. I tried again. But suddenly a stream of floating comments flashed before my eyes. LOL, the female lead's friend stirred up. Another fight again. She loves getting picked up by the male lead, but insists on being all cold and distant. Betterfingers are on fire scrolling her phone right now, waiting for him to call the third time. I stood there stunned. Were these floating messages talking about me? Was I the male lead? Was Willow the female lead? It did kind of make sense. Willow was always awkward and prone to cold wars. But if I made the first move to reconcile, by the third try she'd usually give in with a reluctant, "Okay." The comments were already pushing me to call again. But my focus shifted to the very first comment. Stirred up her friends, I frowned, and feeling frustrated, dialed a different number. I asked, "Why do you keep dragging Willow to bars? Don't you think staying out that late is too much?" There was a pause on the other end. A cool, emotionless voice responded. When did I ever ask Willow to go to a bar? It was Sophia, Willow's closest friend. Also the one who hated me most. She'd always looked down on me and never gave me a friendly face. I was too pissed to care about old grudges. I lashed out, "If it's not you, then who tell me which bar she's at right now? It's late. Those places are crawling with shady people." What if something happens to her? Sophia got an earful from me and snapped back, "I just got home from a trip. I haven't been to any bar." She sent over a photo. In it, the woman had clearly just showered. Her expression was sultry, and the curves of her chest were barely concealed. She added, "Also, I set a curfew for myself. Must be home by 10. Then she said pointedly, "I'm not like others. If I had a boyfriend, I'd always listen to him." Chapter 2. I mumbled an awkward sorry and quickly shut off my phone. Because of that ridiculous misunderstanding, I was so embarrassed I completely forgot to call Willow back. It wasn't until the next day that Willow returned home. Her face was cold. I asked if she'd had breakfast, but she completely ignored me, treating me like I was invisible. Then came our class reunion a week later. Willow and I were still in a Cold War. At the dinner table, we sat far apart. We used to cling to each other all the time, but now we felt like strangers. Makoto naturally slung his arm around Willow's shoulders and teased Willow being petty again. "When you're out in public, give your man some face, all right, Makoto," Willow's childhood friend. Back before I showed up, he was also her ex-boyfriend. They had broken up and gotten back together many times, but eventually settled on just being friends. We had fought countless times because of Makoto, but Willow always brushed it off impatiently, saying, "It's not like we didn't date. If we could have worked out, would it ever have been your turn?" Her friends said I was overthinking things. They told me, "Don't you remember how happy Willow was when she accepted your proposal? She truly wanted a serious life with you. She really loves you." And yet, watching the two of them joke and play so intimately, I couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't normal between just friends. Then the food came. The main dish placed in front of me was stir-fried rice with cured pork. Makoto acted like he just realized and exclaimed, "Wow, I messed up. Totally forgot your husband's allergic to cured pork. Willow, why didn't you remind me?" He then generously offered to swap his seafood rice with mine. He said, "The waiter told me it's the last one. Whatever your man loves seafood, he can have it." He made me sound like some kind of bully. Like I snatched something just because someone else liked it, even though it was just a cheap plate of seafood rice. I was about to refuse when Willow suddenly cut in, "Eat your own." No need to give it to him. Who does he think he is? The whole table instantly went quiet. Makoto gently patted Willow on the head, furrowing his brows as he coaxed her. "Don't be like that. Give your man some dignity. I'm easy, I can eat whatever." But Willow didn't budge. Her voice was loud enough for everyone to hear as she said, "Husband, I only agreed to marry him. We're not even married. And even if we do get married, there's still such a thing as divorce, right?" One of her friends half joked, "What's that supposed to mean, Willow? You thinking of breaking up?" Willow instinctively denied it. "No," her friend chuckled, covering her mouth, then said offhandedly, "Knew it. You don't even go clubbing with us anymore, and going to a bar means asking your boyfriend for permission. All this Cold War drama, but breaking up not a chance, right?" Willow exploded. Flustered, she puffed up and snapped, "Who says I wouldn't dare? I'll break up right." She was halfway through the word up when she suddenly paused. Her tone shifted as she added, "But hey, I'm not that petty. After all this time together, I'll give him one last chance to apologize." A flash of disappointment crossed that friend's eyes, but Willow didn't see it. Makoto smiled and playfully slung his arm back over Willow's shoulder, joking, "Well then, if you do break up, date me instead. Don't let an outsider get the goods." Willow smirked and tilted her head toward him. Her gaze slid past me, and with a tone full of disdain, she said, "Obviously. Some people are still stuck in the dark ages, so full of toxic masculinity trying to control everything. Makoto's the best." Chapter 3. Everyone else had left, leaving me standing there alone. They said they were heading to the late-night party, and Willow didn't even spare me a glance before hopping into the car with them. I walked alone along the roadside, the night breeze cutting through me with a chill. I thought maybe walking by myself isn't so bad. At least it's quiet. It gives me a chance to think things through. Suddenly, a new row of floating comments appeared before my eyes. "The male lead is so emotionally clueless. If he'd just coaxed her a little, she definitely wouldn't have left with them. She would have happily followed him home. The female lead's just being stubborn. She's still mad about the bar thing. If the male lead had just called her again, she would have gone home. She waited all night at the bar, furious. This was the male lead's fault. Why isn't he trying to make it right? I can't stand this, girls. He's driving me nuts. Why can't he just swallow his pride and apologize? Is it that hard?" I pulled out my phone and glanced at it.
I knew if I called her now, she would come home with me immediately.
But I only checked the time, then set the phone down again. I gave in and bought a can of beer, drinking it alone by the roadside. So bitter. I couldn't figure out what I'd done wrong. Why did Willow always use these Cold Wars to force me to back down? I used to think it was just her personality, but it wasn't. She never threw tantrums at anyone else. Even when friends scolded her for no reason, she'd wonder if it was her own fault, and then try to please them. She didn't have a bad temper. She just had a bad temper with me. Every time she got angry, she'd use the word breakup to provoke me, because I'd always give in. But this time she miscalculated. I walked for 3 hours and finally arrived at the gate of our residential complex. Even though I was so exhausted I nearly passed out, I still didn't call Willow. Chapter 4. When I got back, I packed up my things and moved out without hesitation. For the next 3 days, I didn't message Willow once. Then surprisingly, she took the initiative to call. In a cold voice, she said, "Hey, pick me up at 8 tonight. I need you to take me to a dinner event." Even though her tone was chilly, this was one of the rare times Willow offered me a way back in. But I turned her down. I said, "I'm not going." "Find someone else." The line went quiet. Then Willow's voice came through, incredulous and annoyed. "Someone else, everyone's going with their boyfriends." "Who do you expect me to go with?" I said, "Anyone. Makoto or Martin, maybe?" She cut me off. "George, how many times do I have to say this? We're just friends." "Do you seriously think this is funny?" I replied, irritated. "You were the one who said you'd break up and date him instead." "Want me to repeat your exact words?" Her breathing on the other end turned sharp, clearly furious. She snapped, "Fine, then let's break up." I want to see who ends up crawling back first like a simp, Willow was confident. Her friends didn't know we had ever truly broken up. It was like we'd always left ourselves an escape route, never announcing anything publicly. Most of the time when Willow said breakup, what she really meant was, I'm mad. You better coax me. Once I'm happy again, we'll be fine. But when only one person keeps giving in, even the deepest love starts to wear out. I said, then let's break up. Whether it was during that night at the bar or even earlier, I think I had already grown tired. Only now do I understand in Willow's eyes my concern looked like control. My phone calls made her feel angry and humiliated. If that's the case, then I choose to let go. Willow, I'm giving you what you wanted. Your freedom. Chapter 5. After Willow and I officially broke up, the comment barrage exploded. They came in fast and furious. Wait, what, I was gone for a few days and the male lead and female lead broke up. Ugh, I'm so annoyed. It has to be that group of so-called girlfriends again egging her on. Misery loves company. They're single and can't stand to see others in love. LOL, the female lead walked out from under her friends. Umbrella and realized it wasn't even raining. Dead. Keep playing games, girl. Now that you've really dumped the male, lead one of your friends is gonna snatch up his love token real. Quick. Come on, male lead, get it together. She's out here flirting. With other guys. Go get yourself a hot influencer girlfriend or something. Truthfully saying I wasn't upset would be a lie. After all, it was years of being together. You can't just let go overnight. But I couldn't let myself stay down like this. I still had my own life to live. As for what the comments said, I didn't believe them. Willow's friends had always treated me coldly. More than once I'd been secretly warned by them that I wasn't good enough for Willow, that I should leave her. The most ridiculous incident, Sophia once cornered me at my door and asked bluntly what I saw in Willow. I thought she was just screening me on her friend's behalf, so I purposely grossed her out and said, she's hot. Big chest. That's my type. The next few days, Sophia posted short videos of herself wearing deep V-neck bodycon dresses and even tagged me. I figured she was mocking me, so I clapped back, calling her a cheap, tacky flirt. Asked if her family went bankrupt or something. Was that why she was dabbling in softcore content now? It pissed Sophia off so badly she deleted all the videos the next day. But now, seeing these new comments, I started to hesitate. I tested the waters and posted back to single life. Happy breakup. It was already 2 a.m. I didn't think anyone would care. But to my surprise, the post blew up with likes in seconds. People who had never interacted with my posts were suddenly lining up to like it. I blinked, counted. They were all Willow's friends. Refresh the feed, a brand new post popped up just 1 minute ago. From Sophia, 24 years old. 170 centimeters, 36D, top-tier university degree. No ex, no crush, curfew at 10, hates drama, totally obedient. Currently single and available.
Feel free to flirt.
I thought of the comment about getting a hot influencer girlfriend and tapped into Sophia's profile. I messaged her. Hi. She replied instantly. So you're finally asking me out, want to go public now? I replied, deadpan. I didn't message you to hit on you. Her last message was immediately unsent. Then she replied, oops, wrong person. What's up? I sighed. Is Willow with you? Can you get her on the phone? There was a pause. Then she sneered, she's not here. What, you think I'm your messenger pigeon? I'm not part of your couple drama. I explained. It's not like that. We broke up. I'm reaching out because I want to return her things. I was running out of options. After dating so long, Willow had left a lot of her stuff at my place. The little thing's fine, whatever. But she also left some valuable items. Her rings. Her designer bags. I tried sending them via courier, but every time they arrived, Willow wasn't home. These were expensive, needed a signature in person. This stalemate couldn't go on, so I thought of asking Sophia for help. She replied, oh, so you really did break up. For some reason, her tone suddenly softened. Almost cheerful. She said, just send it over by courier. She's here. I blinked. Didn't you just say she wasn't there? She replied, did I must have forgotten. I'm 3 years younger than Willow, you know. Young girls are forgetful. Isn't forgetfulness a symptom of old age? Or was she just trying to emphasize how young she was before I could even call out the contradiction? She was already urging me to send the package. She even helpfully reminded me, make sure you select cash on delivery. No reason you should pay for anything after a breakup. Number 6, I hired a courier. An hour later, the courier sent me a video. In it, Willow stood in the center, surrounded by her friends. One of them said, "C told you they couldn't really have broken up. Look at this, he's already sending gifts to make up." Though it sounded like teasing, the tone was dripping with jealousy. She said, "Willow, you really landed a great boyfriend. He treats you like a princess. What does he even see in you?" Another chimed in, "Exactly. It's not like any of us are lacking in looks or figure. Honestly, Sophia's way prettier than you. She wins Campus Beauty Queen every year by a landslide." Willow kept a straight face, but the corners of her lips couldn't help lifting slightly. She pressed her lips together and pretended not to care. "Oh, he didn't have to send gifts. Just an apology would have done. I'm not that petty." Someone rolled their eyes. "Then give the gift to me." Willow's face instantly changed. "No way, my boyfriend gave it to me. No one else gets it." She shot a not-so-subtle glance at Sophia's face and said, "So what if someone's prettier love isn't just about looks?" She added, "To be honest, I still don't want to forgive George. What he did this time was really too low too much, but seeing him all desperate like this, I'll forgive him. Just this once." Her fake coyness made everyone around visibly cringe, but they couldn't say anything, so they just turned away and stared off into the distance. Only Sophia looked at the delivery box. For once, she wasn't angry. Instead, she said, "Pay the courier already, will you? The guy's got another delivery. Don't keep him waiting." Sure enough, the courier was standing there looking awkward and impatient. Willow paid the delivery fee, then happily added a 20 yuan tip. The courier beamed and thanked her repeatedly. As soon as she handed it over, she tore into the box with excitement. "I bet it's a necklace," she said. "He spent a fortune on it last time. It was supposed to be my Valentine's gift." I told him something simple was fine, but no, he insisted I deserved the best. "Oh, sometimes I really can't with him." Then her expression shifted. "Wait, why is there also a handbag and a ring? Why do they look so familiar?" The more she pulled out, the worse her face looked. Item after item came out, until finally she found a small box. Inside was a wristwatch. The day Willow accepted my proposal, I held her and joked, "I feel like the happiest man in the world right now. I wish time could just stop so I could keep this moment forever." Willow had smiled so brightly. She said, "Then I'll give you a happiness that never fades." It was the only gift Willow ever gave me, a stopped watch frozen at the exact moment I proposed. So I thought Willow truly loved me. But I was too young then. I didn't know love had different weights. Didn't realize that Willow's jealousy, sensitivity, stubbornness, and pride all came before love. A watch might stop, but the one wearing it can still let go. Because for me, dignity and trust come before my love for Willow. Chapter 7 in the video, Willow was furious. She didn't care about the value of those things at all. She smashed them like they were her worst enemy. One of her friends tried to hold back a laugh while comforting her. "So what if it's a breakup? Three-legged toads are hard to find, but two-legged men are everywhere. Look on the bright side. He returned your stuff but didn't ask for the gifts he gave you. At least that means George isn't some petty jerk." The comment barrage lit up again. The female lead's friends are so toxic. Always bad-mouthing the male lead, saying he's cheap, stingy, won't even buy her a house for security. They just want free benefits.